Hello guys, welcome back to CRD. Guys, from this video, we are going to start one series of app development with using PyQt5 Python. In this video series, we'll start developing our Python application with using PyQt5 and we'll build it as one exe. Okay, I will make executable in front of you and you will learn whole app development with this series. You will code in this video series, you will design in this video series, and you will develop in this series. After developing the application, you can share your application to any of your friends, and it is not necessary that he has Python or not. It will be one standalone application. So let me show you what we'll learn in this series. As you can see on my screen that this is one widget showing out in the bottom right corner. Here it is showing the current time and some of the buttons are here for easy to access and some of the buttons are for power. Okay, and these are working guys. These are working. If I'm clicking on my computer, it is opening. If I'm clicking on email, it is opening the email. If I'll click on shutdown, then it will shut down the computer. But I have added here the prompt that do you really want to shut down? If I'll click on S, then it will shut down the computer. Okay. Now it has some of the themes here. You can click on the arrows and it will change into many themes. Okay, you can add multiple themes here. When you will click on this label, then it will go to our YouTube channel. So let's start making of this application from starting. So let us start making of this application. So first of all, we will need some of the requirements. First requirement is you must have Python 3.x. Any of the Python version which is of Python 3 like Python 3.7, Python 3.9, Python 3.10, Python 3.6, any of the Python version if you have, then you can let's start developing this. And after Python you will need the Qt designer, cause with using Qt designer we can make the applications very easily with drag and drop features. If you have not the Qt designer, you can go to this video link showing out on the above of this video. You can go and see that how can you install the Qt designer and how can you use that. Okay, so let us start our Qt designer. I have the shortcut for Qt designer here, and now I can double click on this. Now it will open the window. Okay, and now I'll select widget. Okay, cause I am making one widget here. You can select main window, widget, or any of the things. I am selecting here widget, and now let's create it. And now let's resize it like our application in the right side. Now let's save it first, and I'll save it under desktop. I have created one folder here like clock widget tutorial, and under this I have some of the icons in icons folder. As you can see, these are the icons folder, and here I can show here like a clock UI .ui file. It will be saved here as clock UI. Okay, now save it. Now let's make the widgets on this window. First of all, as you can see on the top, this is one exit button. When I'm clicking on exit button, it will be exited. Okay, now we can also open it. I have named this application as Daisy Clock and it is one app. Let me show you. On the program files I have installed this. I can go to the file location here and you can see that under the program files, under CID softwares folder, I have Daisy Clock folder and this application is here. If you want this exe, you can go to the description box of this video and you will find this ready-made exe of our application. But if you want to make your own, then keep watching this video. Okay, so now let's begin building this. First of all, I will create this exit button. So for this I will use one tool button here, and under this tool button I can name the object as exit button. Okay, so it will be the exit button. Okay, now we can leave it for now. Now I have to create this time visit, and for this time visit I will use here LCD number. You can use labels or entry box or anything. I'm using the LCD number just to show the time in correct way. Okay, now I can use another label, and this label will show the AM or PM. You can also use the same thing. You can use the same LCD number visit for showing AM PM also, but I am just changing it to another. Now I can change the text on this as AM. And now let's change these two things into horizontal layout. So I will just select these two and right click on this, and under the layout I will select horizontal layout. So it will be horizontal layouted. And now as you can see that the time is showing out in the 3/4 of this horizontal layout. So I will change here under the horizontal box layout. I will come here and layout stretch I will change to 1 and 0. Okay, so now it is now like this. Okay, now done. Now let's come to make this date visit, and for creating this date visit I'll use one label here and just resize it and pass here the current time 22122102 2021, and now let's place it here. Okay, now change it alignment. So I'll search here for the alignment, and horizontally I will choose horizontal center. Okay, now let's leave it for now. Now I can make here easy to access label. This is a label here, and now I'll pass here a label and I'll name it as easy to access. Okay, now resize it. So this is now created here. And next thing is to create these buttons. These 4 buttons are also the Q tool buttons. So I'll select here the tool button. Okay, now select it. Now resize it. I'm just copying this and pasting it again 2 times, 3 times. So these 4 buttons are now created, and now time to add some text on this. So the text on this button will be my, I'll use /n to change into the new lines, and computer, my computer. So it will be my computer. I can change here to play music. Next I can change here to email, and next internet. Okay, so we have done these 4 buttons: my computer, play music, email, and internet. Now let's change the icons on these things. So I'll just come below into this icon section, and now select choose file, and I can go to the icons, and under these icons I have already made icons for all the buttons. So I'll select here PC for my computer. So it is now PC, and now select play music, and under play music I can select the play button, and under email I can select the email button. Now under the internet I can select the worldwide. So these 4 are now icons. Now as you can see that this is not showing the text. So what I will do, I'll just come down below, and here tool button style, I'll change the tool button style as tool button text under icon. Okay, so this is now here, and you can also select the B side icon, but it will be in left or right. But I want in the top to bottom, so I will select under icon. Select under icon, and now as you can see this icon is not so big, so I'll change the size and width of this icon. So I'll change to 32 and 32, and same for this thing, same for this thing, and same for internet also. So these 4 buttons are now created. Now I can just select these 4 and change the layout as horizontal layout. Okay, so these are now horizontal, these are now in horizontal layout. And now what I can do is I can select on my computer and I can go to the size policy and change the size policy to preferred, and same for all the 4 buttons. Preferred for horizontal policy and also for vertical policies, so that it will be covering the whole top and left right. So now these 4 are now created. Now what I can do is I can just copy these 2 things, this horizontal layout and easy to access, just copy and paste it, and now come below, and now I can name this label as power, so it will be the power label. Let's rename it again, power. And now I can rename these 4 also, as first one as slip, and the second one as logout or sign out, you can name it anything. Next one is restart, the 4th one is shutdown. Okay, so we have done, and now change the icons here. So I can come down below and change the icons for slip. So choose the file for the slip, this is the slip icon. Change the logout icon is what I have 2 logout icons here. I can select logout 1. Now select the restart. For restarting I have this icon, and for shutdown I can choose this power icon. So these are now created. Now time to create these 2 icons which are just for changing the themes. Okay, I have added the theme function here under this application, and you can change to any of the themes with these arrow keys. Okay, so let's make these 2 arrow keys. So what I will do, I'll just use another tool button, okay, and just copy it and paste it again, and it will be here. Okay, and now let's change the icons, and the icons will be the previous icon for this and the next icon for this. Okay, now let's change the layouts of this, and I'll just select these 2, and under layout I'll select in grid layout. Okay, so these are now in grid layout, and as you can see these are not in the left or right but center, so I'll just change its position to the second column. Okay, so now I can select this grid layout and change the layout column stretch, and column stretch I will change to 0 to 0, so that these 2 things will be in the left and right, and this the second position on this grid layout will be empty. So now it is done. Now time to create this label which is showing out that app developed by CRD and Education Hub. So I will create here that label with using this label widget. So let's select this label widget, and now let's add here app developed by our team. CRD and Education Hub. So it is not done here. Now let's add one hyperlink on CRD and Education Hub, so that when I'll click on CRD and Education Hub, then it will go to our YouTube channel. So what I will do, I'll just select this and go into the text section here, and I'll change the CRD and Education Hub as the hyperlink. So I'll pass here our YouTube channel link. Okay, so done. Now it is now as hyperlink, and now we can click on OK. So now it is created, and now time to add some themes. As you can see, this has some of the themes here. So I will not create the themes using Qt Designer, but the default theme. Okay, so what will be the default theme? So for default theme, I'll just click on this form layout and form widget, sorry, and now change the object name first, and let's name it as clock widget. Clock widget. Let's name it clock widget. Okay, done. Now first of all, I have left here the icons for this exit button, so I'll just click on this and change the icon for this. So I'll come here and I'll change the exit button. I have exit button here, so it is now exit button. Okay, done. Now first of all, let's add some of the features for this button. As you can see that these buttons have no borders. These are not being shown as previous, but these are shown. So what I will do, I will come on my computer and go down below, and I will select on auto raise for all the buttons. So it will be raised when you will go to the button, otherwise it will not show any of the boundaries. So now auto raise is now on. Now time to add all the things into the layout. So I'll just right click on this widget, and under the layout I'll use layout vertically. So all the things will be layouted in the vertical section. And now as you can see, these are not in the right positions. So first of all, I will change the sizes of all the things. So what will be the size? First of all, let's resize what will the default size of our widget. So suppose this is the default size of the widget. So now what I will do, I'll just come down here and change the size of our time widget. So what will be the time widget maximum size? The maximum size will be suppose 40. So it will be 40 size. I can change it to more size like 50. I'm not resizing it actually. So what I can do, I just come into this form widget, Q widget, and now come down below, and under the layout stage, I can change the stretches like this: 0, 0 for app developed, and this arrow keys, and 1 for sleep, logout, restart and shutdown. So I'll select here 1, and also 0 for power, and 1 for my computer, play music, email and internet. So I'll select here 1. So this is now next here. Okay, now I can also select for our time widget. So I can select as 1. So it will be the size. Okay. So this is now here. Fine. Now I can select the things. No, everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine. Now let's add some of the themes. So I'll just right click on this, change style set, and now what I will do, I'll just add the background for our Q widget. So what I will do, I will use here Q widget, and under the curly brace I will pass the background color. So background color will be what? pick the screen color same as our previous one and click OK and apply. Sorry, it will be not here actually, it will be under the curly brace. So apply. Now it is applied. Now I can change the colors, font colors. So I can select the color here and select the white color. Now apply. So these are now in white color. Okay, done. Now we can also change the background colors for every labels. So what I can do, I can select here as Q label and under the curly brace, let's pass here the background color. Background color will be same but something lighter. Okay, so let's apply. Now these are the labels, and we can also select the same for our QLCD number. So what is the QLCD number? I can select here the same thing and copy here, and I will pass here QLCD number, and this will be same for QLCD number. So now it is done here. Okay, so we have done for labels, and now let's add for our buttons. So for buttons, I'll pass here Q tool button. Okay, and under the curly brace, let's pass here some of the things like our background color will be same background color. I don't have to change. So what I will do, I'll just copy the background color and the color of this Q widget into the Q tool button. So let's select it here and apply it, and let's add hover effect over Q tool buttons. So what I will do, I'll just copy this and paste it here and add here hover with 2 columns. I'll pass here hover. So after hover, background color must be something like white. So I'll select white, and the font color must be, I think black will be good. So I can apply and OK. Now you can select that these are powering effects. Okay, but I have changed something, right? White must be the background and black must be the foreground. So what I have done, let's select it, and here, yeah, this is the mistake. I have to select the color. Color it will be the color will be the black. Color will be the black. So okay, now it is fine. Okay, so this is working like this. Okay, now as you can see that I have not the border radius here but border radius here. So just add border radius outside of all the Q tool buttons. So come to the change style set, and now come here and use border radius, and border radius I want as 5 pixel. So yeah, just use 5 pixel here and apply and OK. So now these have the border radius. Okay, so these are good. Now I can change this as not margin and not a spacing. I can remove the spacing here at 0, and what I can do with these things, QLCD number, frame I can change to plain, so it will be plain, and box I have no frame. So this is now good. Okay, I can also select the style panel. Okay. Style panel, and this is also like sun cane. Just leave it as plain. So this will be same like this. Okay, and as the size of this is smaller, I can remove this and change it to this thing. So this will be now fulfilled. Okay, so this is now fulfilled. Okay, I can also resize this, but we will do later. So this is now here, and now we can select this one and just come down here and select to auto raise. So it is now also auto raise, and now it should be in the right side, right? But we'll do it with backend code. Okay, so now just add one signal here, so that when you will click on this exit button, then it will close our application. So what I will do, I will just click on this and come into the signal slot editor, click on the plus icon, and let's select the sender will be exit button, that is this button. And now come into the signal will be what, when you will click on this button. So I will select here clicked, and now what will be the receiver will be our clock widget, that means our whole widget home. Okay, and now what will be the slot will be what, I'll just close the queue widget. Okay, so we have done it. Now let's come into the form and see the preview. So this is the preview of our application. I can click on this, and now it is executing. So it is working fine. Okay, now let's change something more, like a spacing. We can remove the spacing under all of the widgets. So I can come here and we can remove all the spaces and pass here 0 0 and also 0. So these are now filled with all the things. Okay, you can change the size of easy to access. So come here into the easy to access, and I can pass the minimum size I want as 25, and minimum size for power is also I want as 25. Okay, so this is now here, and now as you can see that this must be in some of the space. So what I will do, I'll just pass it in some of the other thing. So what I will do, I have forgotten to add one of the vertical layout here. I will select here vertical layout, and under this vertical layout, what I will do, I will just select this time widget, and add into this. So what is this? Just add some of the space here. First of all, let's add a space as 10. Okay, and now I have this thing here. What is this? Okay, this is the vertical layout, and let's add some of the space here also for bottom and top, like 10. So now I can add this into this one. Okay, and now I can add this horizontal layout as under this. So this is now here. Okay, so now let's come here and let's remove the bottom margin as 0 and also the spacing as 0. Now these are added here. Okay, so I have now some spaces here under this. So let's remove some of the space here. Let's remove the space, and let's we can pass here 0 actually. Now select this QB box layout for this time and date widget, and now let's give some margin at the bottom as 2, so it will give some space. You can add some more space like this. So this is now the space. Now let's come here and select the size of this time widget. So what I will do, I'll change the minimum height as 40. Okay, so this is now here. Then it is better, but the size is very big for now. But I can add like this. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine for now. Now I can add some of the fonts for this AM also. So I can come here, enter the thing, and I can select it as 12 and I can make it bold, I can make it more larger. Yeah, it is fine. 15 is fine for this AM. And now it will be time and AM is shown here. Now this is the date visit, easy to access is now here, and these things are now here. Now let's see one preview here. So this is the final, this is the final thing. This is good, but I can see that this is the space which is showing out, so I can remove this. So what I can do, I can select on this, and bottom margin I can remove. And now let's select and preview. It is actually not removed, but why? So okay, no problem. I can add one separator here. I can add one separator here. So let's give some space first, like 10. Okay, and under this I'll pass one space here, and for this I'll use horizontal line under this, like this. Okay, so this is the horizontal line, it is shown, and now let's remove the space as 0. So now this is correct. Now we can see the preview. Now this is fine, right? This is fine, but there is no space between date visit and easy to access. So I'll just come into VBox layout and give some bottom margin like 5. So this is now the space. Now let's see the preview. Now it is now correct. Okay, done. And for this horizontal line, I can add some of the things like I can make it bold, right? What are the things for this thing? Sunken, this is the sunken. I can change it to plain actually, and under the plain it is not so good. Yep, you can change it also. Right click on this, change the style set, and change the background color. Let's change it like this. Okay, just for the space. So let's see the preview. So this is the preview. This is fine. Yeah, white is looking good. It is looking good. This is fine. So we can now start making our application backend. But just for now, I can select this thing, and now suppose I have to change the layout for this. So I'll just change the object name of this, and I'll name it as app credit. And now let's come into the style set, and I'll just copy this Q label, and I want to change the background color of this app developed by named label. So I'll change here Q label and has app credit. Okay, and let's change the background color. I want background color as white, because this is the white. As you can see, this is white on the right side. In our application, this is white, so I can change it to white. Let's change the font color, and font color I want as something like this, right? So let's apply. So now this is okay. App developed by this. Okay, so we have done, guys. Now let's save it. So guys, we have done making of the GUI of our application, and in the next video we'll learn the backend of this application. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit on the like button and also subscribe the channel if you have not, and share to your friends, cause we are making these applications only for you, and this is totally free. The whole source code will be provided to you day by day whenever our video series will come onto the channel. So guys, bye bye, see you in next video.